Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be providing a market analysis for Bitcoin, and I'm going to be using the RSI to look at some trends over the last several months, as well as some bullish divergence that is playing out here just the last few weeks. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I have a link to my Twitter page in the description below. I am fairly active over there if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. So first, I do want to talk about the fact that Bitcoin is starting to have some bullish divergence playing out, where the RSI has been rising since this move right here in June, with the RSI bottoming around 25. So ever since then, the RSI has been sitting these higher lows to where we are today with the most recent RSI weekly close around 30. And then meanwhile, the price has been declining, and you can see that the closing price back here on June on that low with the RSI was around 19,200, but just a few hours ago, we got a lower closing price around 16K. So that is the bullish divergence playing out, where we have the price on a closing basis on the weekly chart declining while the RSI is rising. Now, bullish divergence typically shows that the momentum of a trend is starting to slow down. And I think there's a great illustration and example of this, but on the reverse. So when we had that all-time high back here in November of 2021, that was the all-time high from a price and closing perspective, but the RSI actually made a lower high. So we had bearish divergence over here where the RSI was declining, but the price was moving up. So it's basically just the reverse of that is playing out over the last few months, with that low again back here in June on the RSI around 25. And as long as the RSI does not fall below this level, we will continue to have more and more bullish divergence on any future move on the candle closing basis if we continue to close below this region around 16K, which is certainly a possibility, and that is one of the limitations of bullish divergence. It isn't a great indicator of when the exact bottom will be, but when this does turn over, this will look like a great momentum signal that we're starting to shift the tides of this bear market. So I also do want to talk about this longer term trend on the RSI, where we have been forming these lower highs fairly consistently. Again, going all the way back here to December of 2020, that is when the RSI peaked on the weekly chart around 96. And that was this first initial move that we had all the way up to $42,000 right here again in December. So if we just extend out the RSI, you can see again, those lower highs have been occurring fairly consistently. And we just had a recent rejection off this trend line about a few weeks ago in the middle and late October. So if we're able to have a move up on the RSI, really look to see if we can start to break this pattern and make a higher high on the weekly. And if we can do that, that would be something to really pay attention to because of how strong this downtrend has been on the RSI. And if I just take a measured move here, you can see that again from that peak that we had to where we are today, it has been about 97 weeks. So almost 2 years now where the RSI has been in a downtrend. If and when we do break this downtrend, that will be a very powerful signal that we can look to for some potential bullish signs on the charts. Now, again, we don't have to reverse as of right now. And if we do have a move coming back down on the RSI below 25, that would negate this bullish divergence, and I would no longer be looking for that to play out. But that is not to discount this signal. This is a very bullish signal typically. And again, as we saw with that peak back in 2021, bullish or bearish divergence is typically a great sign and indicator of a longer term trend shift. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out that Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.